Hello, it's me, French Ted, and we are here for episode number 4. And in this episode, I'm making it my life's mission to 1, save money, and 2, increase our popularity. That's all we're here for right now. I've gone through our roster, as you saw at the end of the last episode, and kind of removed everyone that isn't in a region that we need to pay for travel. There are a couple that we've left in. I think there's 2 or 3. But everyone else is Southern or Midlands, so we don't have to pay for their travel. So it's just the flat fee of their wages. And I've also expanded our roster just so we've got a little bit of variety each episode. Because I don't want to be doing like the same 2 matches over and over again or accidentally repeat anything. So yeah, we're going to mix and match, give some people matches, give some people days off, etc. And speaking of, new matches, these are 2 new signings. Aaliyah James, who is, for some reason, on a handshake deal with NXT. So she's part NXT, part LLW. So yeah, she's here for us. And Aisha Ray, who is very well known in the British independent scene. She's working for fucking everyone. But none of them clash with our events. So we've got both of these debuting. Aaliyah James's gimmick is adequate. Aisha Ray's is great. Awesome. So in a decent match, had great wrestling and a decent reaction from the crowd. Aisha Ray gets the win. Of course she does. She's a beast of a woman. With the tree slam. So it's 37 rating overall. Aaliyah James over 39. Aisha Ray over 45. Nice. That is very good stats. Moving on, I think we've got 3 matches again tonight. And we got some more new faces. Josh Wall and Ben Basden. I think Ben is like 21 or 22, so could be one for the future, you never know. And in about that had good wrestling and a decent reaction from the crowd. Josh Wall beats Ben Basden with the Amity Deathville. Is that not meant to be like... It's like the... is it Amityville Horror? Amityville Horror? I don't know. I've developed a speech impediment because of that. But I'm assuming it's a play on words of that. 33, again, it's over... What was our threshold? 24, 25 now? Because we've gone up in popularity. Yeah, it's over our threshold. We're all good. Josh Wall, 33. Ben Basden with 36. Nice. Both got great gimmicks. And they have great chemistry. Cool. Nice one. I'm just ignoring any reds because it really doesn't matter right now. We then have our William Regal segment where he introduces Doug Williams, the legend that is Doug Williams. Good old, I think he's 51 now or something, but boy does he still have great stats. And yeah, we introduced Doug Williams to the crowd, gets the crowd hotter. He's debuted his no gimmick needed gimmick because he is Doug Williams and he is in the main event tonight. And in about that had superb wrestling and great heat. Doug Williams gets the win against Tate Mayfairs in 15 minutes with a Chaos Theory. Doug Williams with a 50. Wow. And Tate with a 43. Got great for his gimmick as well. And got the crowd buzzing. 47 match overall. Pretty good. Tate Mayfairs, another debut. Yeah, just a whole host of debuts today. So let's finish the show. And yeah, 46. And we increased our popularity. Woo! In 1 region. Is that going to get us up a number? We'll have to wait and see. I am going to make a speech though. I feel like I should make the most of these because it helps with morale. So we'll just give all of our winners a good example. So Josh Wall got the win. Good example. And good old Doug. Let's go. Great performance. Seemed pleased. Seemed pleased. Seemed pleased. Lovely. So I will see you guys back in the main menu or in the next event, depending on if anything happens. So I will see you guys there. Breaking news, guys. That last show that we had with good old Doug Williams has only gone and boosted us up a number. So that means that we're 6 in these areas and 15 in Southern England. That means we need 2 more popularity points and then we are tiny. Yeah, I tried to explain to my fiance earlier today, being like, oh, we only need 3 more popularity points and then we're tiny. And she was like, tiny? That's not good. And I'm like, no. Honestly, it's great. Like, once we get to tiny, the ball just starts rolling. And yeah, couldn't be happier. Awesome. I think that by the end of the calendar year, I think December, is our month. We're going to go into the new year as a tiny company, making that prediction now. And in all honesty, I think we could probably get there in this episode. I don't know. We'll see. We'll see how long everything plans out and if other things happen. But yeah, let's head straight to LLW live in London. All right, we are here for LLW in London, and we've pushed the boat out tonight because I'm feeling a bit frisky, and we've got a tag team match scheduled for tonight. So yeah, that means 2 extra workers are working this evening. And we open with William Regal and the fan favourite Ashton Smith in a 79 rated segment where William Regal tells Ashton, "You must find a partner for tonight because you will be in tag team action against the wavy one, Roy Johnson, and the mod, Morgan Webster." I want to say. I don't know, I've had a brain fart. Either way, we'll find out his name later. So Ashton Smith must find himself a tag team partner for tonight. And don't worry, he will have one. And it will be another debut because why not? Following this, though, we have some women's action. No, we don't. We've got some men's action. And in about that had great wrestling and good heat. Kenny Williams gets the win over Joseph Connors in 18 minutes 20. Joseph Connors with a 37, Kenny Williams with a 42, and it got the crowd buzzing. 41 rated match. Decent. Now we have some women's action, and I think it's another debut. I think this is the first time we're seeing Zoe Lucas. So in about that had superb wrestling and good heat. Zoe Lucas gets the win. Wow. In 21 with a Lucas landslide. Zoe Lucas with a 42. Aisha Ray with a 50, but still getting the loss. Interesting. And Zoe debuted her cocky gimmick. Oh, and Zoe and Aisha have great chemistry. Amazing, because I think Zoe's our most popular woman on the roster right now. And I think Aisha is probably our most skilled woman on the roster. So, good little pairing here. Like to see that. But now it's our main event, tag team action. Who has our boy Ashton got as his partner? And it's only TK Cooper because, you know, we all know who TK Cooper is. I mean, I genuinely do know who TK Cooper is. And I'm sure quite a lot of you guys probably do. I mean, people that watch these kind of series, they like to see the, you know, the not so mainstream names, but they also usually have a wealth of knowledge of like the wrestling world. Especially if you play TEW, you discover so many new wrestlers through this thing. It's honestly one of my favourite things about TEW is just coming across a guy and going, I like him. Yeah, great. Either way, Ashton Smith and TK Cooper get the win against Morgan Webster and Roy Johnson in 23 minutes when Ashton Smith pins Roy with a dive catch GTS. So I looked up the dive catch GTS on the old YouTube because I thought, you know, Ashton Smith is running high in my series, so let's just see what he's about. Pretty good wrestler, to be fair. The dive catch GTS isn't, I don't think it's his actual finisher. I've only seen him do it like once or twice in a match, and it's when someone does a suicide dive outside of the ring and he just catches them on his shoulder and then GTS's them. And obviously you can't pin people from that outside the ring. So yeah, I don't think it's his finisher, but it's his finisher here. So I think from now on I'm just going to say GTS, or I might just go into his profile and just amend his moveset. That's a lot of effort. I'm just going to say GTS from now on. Either way, let's look at the stats. Ashton Smith, the best performer. Woohoo! TK Cooper with a 47, Roy Johnson with a 41, and Morgan Webster with a 52. 54 rated match. That's one of, I think that's our second highest rated match of the series so far. So yeah, can't complain. I think our highest rated match of the series was Morgan Webster defeating Ashton Smith in our first ever match. So it's come full circle, I guess. Let's finish the show. And 53. It didn't result in popularity changes. I don't understand this. This is our best show yet, and it doesn't result in popularity changes. Someone explain that to me. I don't know. Either way, we need to keep people happy. So Morgan Webster, I think he's a little bit unhappy with us because he's being left off the odd shows. Let's go, great performance. I mean, obviously Ashton, you're going to get one. And I really like Aisha Ray, so I'm going to just tell her that she's awesome, even though she lost. Seems pleased, seems pleased, seems pleased. Lovely. So let's fast forward now to the end of October, see if this tag team has screwed me over financially, and yeah, we'll just take a look at that, and we'll look at the popularity, and then we'll probably just keep rolling into November, because why not? I'll see you guys there. Alright, so we are in November now, and you know, the matchmaker, French Ted, has got another relationship blooming thanks to him. Jade and Big T Justice, someone that you haven't seen yet, are now dating. So Jade is our resident goth, and she is now dating Big T Justice. Nice. Interesting pairing. He's got some really good stats. Nice. Oh. Do you know what? We might have to give Big T a debut in our next match. But yeah, we've got another relationship. We've also just put a bid in for Dan Maloney, who's a pretty, you know, well-known, respected wrestler. He's definitely the guy who's in New Japan right now, in Bullet Club, right? Match history? Because for some reason he's not there, but he's definitely a part of that. Or have I made that up? Title history? No. There is a Dan Maloney who's English. I have to look it up now. Let's go Molo. There's only one Maloney, so yeah, it's got to be him. Oh yeah, he's also worked for New Japan. He's still in New Japan. Why have they not got him there? Either way, put in a bid for him, because why not? And yeah, we'll see what happens there. But the big news, or bigger news, is we didn't lose money last month by doing that tag team match. So, well, hey, it helps to not pay for travel. And let's just look at our thing. That hasn't changed. 14, 15, so we are in November now. So hopefully we can get that to a 16 for December, and then tiny in the new year. Yeah, we're going to work on that. So yeah, I'm going to fast forward those 5 days to LLW Live. Big T Justice will get a debut, and maybe Dan Maloney, depending on how frisky I'm feeling and if he signs in time. So I will see you guys there. And we're here for LLW Live in November. I think we're probably going to do one more show, so we'll get to the end of November for this episode, and then we'll leave it. But I'm thinking big for December. Let's end the year with a bang. I think in our December show at Lariat League in London, we will crown a king of the Lariat League and a queen of the Lariat League. And the qualifying starts now. So, Ashton Smith in our opening match. Superb wrestling, great heat. He defeats Gursinder Singh in 22 minutes with the GTS. Ashton Smith with a 54, Gursinder with a 45. Great match from these guys. 55. Mwah. So good. Following this though, William Regal comes out and he says, Ashton, you've been in fine form. You've been on top of the world since joining Lariat League Wrestling, and you will be in our first King of the Lariat League title match, and your opponent will be the winner of our main event tonight. So Ashton has secured his place in the King of the Lariat League title match, which will happen in our December show, our Lariat League in London. So that will be week 3 December. Basically, it will be our Christmas show. Very exciting. Good old Ashton. He's grown tremendously in these like 5 months that we've already gone through. Following this though, we have a women's match. Qualifying for the women's match will happen next week, or well, next show, which will be week 3 November, and that is Shakara. In this match though, sorry, Tennessee Honey actually got the win in this match, beating Shakara by pinfall. Tennessee Honey debuting. That's not her real name, obviously. I chose this name because I remember her from the independent scene as Tennessee Honey, and for some reason it wasn't an alter ego here, so I've added it because that's how I remember her. But Shakara got 37, Tennessee Honey got 30, but still won. Doesn't make sense. 26 rating overall. Got the crowd buzzing though for some reason, so we'll take that. And now here is our main event. Let me see if I can remember correctly. I believe it is Kenny Williams against our new signing, Dan Maloney. And in a bout that had superb wrestling and good heat, Dan Maloney gets the win and defeats Kenny Williams in his debut with the World Star. Debuts his driller gimmick, whatever that means, but he gets the win, meaning it will be Ashton Smith versus Dan Maloney to crown our first king of the Lariat League. Just got chills. 42 rated match, not the best, especially because it's 52 and 50. You know, I don't know. Seems like it should have got better, but that's how we end this show. 46 increased our popularity, but has it actually increased it? Because I've just realised that is a bold-faced lie. But very exciting. Ashton, I think Maloney is probably our biggest star on paper now, and Ashton is he's the people's champ. He's our Rock before the Rock was, the Rock. So let's keep these guys happy. So Ashton, I'm going to give you a hug, my boy. Dan, let's give you a good performance, and we'll just leave it so too. So seems pleased, lovely. Let's head straight to Lariat League in London, where we find out who will be in our Queen of the Lariat League match for December. I'll see you guys there. And here we are for Lariat League in London, where we will find out the two women who will be in our first Queen of the Lariat League title match. But first, we open with our co-number one contender, Ashton Smith, as he faces Robert Sharp. And obviously, Ashton Smith gets the win with the GTS. Ashton with a 53 and Robert Sharp with a 41. Robert Sharp has got some pretty good stats, to be honest. 53 rated overall. Great way to start the show. Let's follow up. And I've done a slightly unique twist on the women's qualifying. So we've now got a tag team match, and the winners of the tag team match will go on to face each other in the Queen of the Lariat League title match. So we have Aisha Ray and Zoe Lucas taking on Jade and Laura James. And in a bout that had great wrestling and a decent reaction from the crowd, Aisha Ray and Zoe Lucas get the win. And Aisha Ray is the one that gets the pin with the tree slam. So that means that Aisha Ray and Zoe Lucas will be our two number one contenders for the Queen of the Lariat League tournament. Match. 41 rating, pretty good. I think this is our best women's rating of the season, I think. Zoe with a 42, Aisha with a 50, Laura with a 30, and Jade with a 34. So clearly the right people won that. And then following this, William Regal comes out and says, I bet we were all excited for Dan Maloney versus Ashton Smith just before Christmas. Well, Santa Regal has got a surprise for you. The winner of the next match will be inserted in that, and it will become a three-way for the King of the Lariat League title. So very exciting. So that match includes, I can't remember, I know it's Morgan Webster and someone else, which tells you who's going to win. Either way, in an exceptional match, Morgan Webster gets the win and defeats TK Cooper in 22 minutes with the 450 splash. Morgan Webster with a 59 performance, wow, and TK with a 42, meaning that Morgan Webster has been inserted in the match. It will be Ashton Smith, Dan Maloney, Morgan Webster to crown the inaugural King of the Lariat League. So let's finish the show, and we got 49. Nice. And yeah, I've noticed this trend, like some weeks we get the popularity boost, some weeks we don't. It seems to always be Lariat League in London. Don't know why. It's basically the same event. It's in the same place. It's always at Stratford Circus. 114 people, getting more people. Love that. But let's just give Aisha and Zoe and Morgan. Wait, let's just go. Good example. Good performance. Boom. Yes. Was pleased. Oh, lovely. So I'm just going to sim all the way, skip all those days to the end of November. We'll take a look at our finances. We'll take a look at our popularity. And then that'll be the end of this episode. And the next one we will start in December, going into the new year. And of course, crowning our new champions. So I'll see you guys at the end of November. Okay, and here we are in December. Merry Christmas, everyone. Merry December. We made $4 last month. Amazing. Yeah, the money situation is kind of just sitting around the 600s. Obviously, we did some tag team matches in these months. But in a month where we don't do tag team matches, you know, we can make a decent profit of about 200 quid. So that's nice. Let's have a look at our popularity. We are 16 now. Yes. Yes. Okay, so that means new year, tiny. That's my hope. So next episode, we are crowning our new champions, and I feel like it's going to just go hand in hand. New champions, new size. Yeah, one issue about, you know, being a tiny company like this is you have to run events, because you can't run TV shows, because if they're not being broadcasted, they don't happen. And events are, you know, seen as big things. So, you know, when you don't use people, as you can see here, they get upset. And when people are upset, they perform worse, which doesn't help. In my AEW say, whenever anyone's upset, I just pay them off, because we're minted. We make like a 2 to like 5 million profit each month in my AEW save. So yeah, money doesn't matter there, but it matters here. So yeah, so just to confirm, our 2 titles are here. We've got the King of the Lariat League and the Queen of the Lariat League. So the King of the Lariat League match has been confirmed to be a 3-way match. It will be Morgan Webster taking on Dan Maloney, taking on Ashton Smith, and our Queen of the Lariat League match will be Aisha Ray taking on Zoe Lucas. I want to say her name is. She's in our creative. Zoe Lucas, yeah. Oh, we'll look at the creative while we're here. So franchise players are our big stars. Doug Williams is at the top. Awesome. Dan Malone is a close second. Ashton Smith is a close third, but is our lead babyface. TK Cooper probably should take him a bit more seriously. And of course, Zoe Lucas has got mad pop for some reason. Our next big thing is no one. Hot prospects Jade and Ben Basden. 24, that's how old he was. Talk the Talk, William Regal and Stevie Boy still about. Apparently he's really good on the mic, so we'll have to give him a go when we've got a little bit more money, because I'm not paying those travel fees. Showstoppers, Dan Maloney seems to be our best performer. Ashton Smith is up there too, which is great. Tate Mayfairs has only been in 1 match so far and underperformed, so maybe if he hadn't underperformed, he might have been in that main event. Kenny Williams as well, he's pretty good. And Stevie Boy, we love Stevie Boy. He's our Scottish Pac. Wait, isn't Pac? No, Pac's not Scottish. He's from Newcastle. Don't worry. Ring Generals, these are just our best in-ring guys. And yep, Dan, Tate, Ashton, all there. Doug Williams is, you know, classic. Who's hot? Obviously Ashton. Morgan's up there, nice. Kenny's up there. Shakara and Katie Lee's are up there. Maybe they feel a bit hard done by not being in that women's match. And then who's not? Joseph Connors, Aaliyah James, James Castle, Robert Sharp, Roy Johnson. Yeah, not fussed about these guys. And Hidden Gems, anyone interesting? Where are they all based? Where are you based, mate? Northern England? Nope. Stevie James, Scotland? Nope. Shea Purser? Midlands? Oh, maybe. No. Mark Andrews, he's Wales, isn't he? Yeah. And then Sam Doyle, Ireland? Yep. You hear Doyle, you think Ireland. Cool. So that is the end of this one, guys. Hope you enjoyed it. We're slowly getting there. We are one popularity away from being tiny, in which as soon as we get that tiny, I'm jumping straight in to get some kind of TV deal. I think YouTube will pick us up. So yeah, I'm gonna head straight for that, and we should then just start growing quicker and hopefully start to make more money. I think that's the biggest issue. We want to make more money. But yeah, and also when we get the YouTube deal, I think I might try TV. I don't know, because actually no, that's not a good idea. We probably shouldn't do that. We should probably stick to events. Yeah, we'll stick to events. I don't know, we'll see. Either way, thank you very much, guys. Please like, comment, subscribe. Let me know who you think is going to be our first king and queen of the Lariat League, because right now I don't really know who I want to give it to. I know that storylines aren't a thing, but down the line I do want to start building proper storylines, because just throwing random matches together right now isn't that fun for me, isn't that fun for you. But we have to start here, and then we're going to grow into something better and more interesting. But yeah, that's the end of this one, guys. Again, like, comment, subscribe, share, and I will see you all in the next one. Bye.